I love skiing. I love being on skis. Poles are interesting things. Skis are beautiful. You know, you want a good one that handles the mountain. But most importantly, my feet got to be comfortable, man. I need a pair of boots that's going to work for me. I don't know how to pick them up. And what's even important, is it the actual selection of the boots, or is it how I get them fit? Tell me, man. Tell me. Let's go right here by the boot wall.
All right, let's take a look, Timmy. So we put a lot of thought.
Come on over here, Kevin. Bring it
Get a little
on.
closer. So we put a lot of thought into our boot wall. We want to make sure we have a selection of boots to fit every shape, every foot shape, every performance level, and ideally every price range. But we do start at a moderate level because nobody wants to buy a terrible boot and own it for the rest of their lives.
Right,
We
right.
like to say you marry your boots and you date your skis. Once you find a boot you love, you're going to have that boot for 5-10 years, and you're going to go through a number of skis, you know, on that one boot. So yeah, we like to address boot fit. You know, we never walk to the wall and just say, I want to try on that boot, I want to try on that boot. We've had the customers sit down, take a look at their foot, the shape of the calf, everything that's going into that boot. And we talk about how you ski, what your performance level is, what your aspirations are. Then we come up with 2, 3, 4 boots that are going to be good fits. But we always start with the foot and then go to the boots. We don't go the other way around.
All right, makes sense.
And you want to hear a little bit about the fit process? How we?
Well, I think that's one of the most important things because you know, boot comes from a factory, and it's designed, and it should fit pretty well out of the box based on the shape of the foot and everything. But that said, the special sauce I think comes in, and that's where the knowledge that I've always appreciated that you guys have here comes into how you actually do the final molding and shaping to the actual foot. So talk me through that. Walk me through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if every foot was shaped the exact same way, boot fitting would be easy. You know,
Yeah.
every boot would be made the exact same. Every foot would.
But we're all our own delicate, special little flower, aren't we?
Yeah, unfortunately,
We all have our own, you know, unique
and
things
you're
about
more
us.
special than most. But no, we've seen a lot of feet, and they are all different. And
Bunions.
so-
Do you have any bunions? Do you remove bunions here?
Yeah.
Can you
Well,
shave them off?
We can remove material in the boot away from the bunion.
So you can clear bunion space.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let me be clear, you're not going to cut off a bunion here
No.
at Gerk's store.
No.
Okay.
Not
All right. Good enough.
All right. So anyway, let's get back to serious business. So once we see your foot and we talk about how you ski, we in our minds we know there's going to be 3 or 4 boots here that are worth trying on. So we get the boots down. We find the one that has the best initial fit for your foot. No 2 customers are the same. And once we find that, and then we start the fitting process. Ideally, you want to start a boot fit fitting 90% of your foot, and then stretch out 10% so you have a perfect fit. If
Gotcha.
you just go bigger and bigger until you don't feel a boot anywhere, then you're fitting 10% of the foot, and it's going to be loose in 90% of the foot.
Yeah.
That's not the way to approach it. So we always start with a precise fit and talk about what we're going to do to any particular boot to make it perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these boots on the wall have complete heat moldable features where we throw the whole boot in the oven, gets on your foot, it just stretches anywhere there's pressure. We end up with a perfect fit. Most of the time, just that simply. Other boots don't have complete heat moldable features, then we just modify particular spaces using heat guns, infrared heat, boot presses.
What does this stuff look like?
Let's walk over here.
Let's see some of the equipment here at Gerk's. Can I do something? I mean, maybe I can pull one of these down, get a lever.
Yeah, you can play with this. Tim.
This looks like I feel like
put your head right here, Tim, and I'll show you how it works.
I feel like I'm an old blacksmith here with some tools, but
Yeah, so
this isn't for forging swords. It's not a Game of Thrones type of thing.
correct. No,
We're
this,
here looking at the boot mold to find get it to be just perfect.
Yeah, so we use these tools to manually stretch any particular spot. You know, on the ball
a
of your
hairdryer?
foot, around your heel. That's a hairdryer that will, you know, put your hair on fire. So this generates 5,000 pounds of pressure in any particular spot in the boot. So when we take a boot and slide it on here, we can just. This is a customer's boot, so I'm not going to start monkeying with it. But when I pull down here, I can put a golf ball impression anywhere I need to on this boot, make shape for a foot.
Yeah.
So we don't want to change your feet. We want to change the boots to match your feet. It's just that simple. Heat, pressure, plastic moves. As long as you know what to do, how to move it, where to move it, we got everything we need to make a boot match your foot.
Yeah, and this is not something you do at home, right?
Not at
this
home.
is where
Not at home.
you guys have been through training. You know how to work these boots. You know the limits that you can push them. But when they come back to the customer, they're good to go, and their feet are feeling great.
Absolutely.
And that's the most important thing when you're going down a hill, right?
If your feet aren't feeling great, you're not having a good
You're not feeling, and even worse, if your wife's feet aren't feeling good,
Exactly.
then your day is even worse. Let me tell you.
Exactly.
All right, what's all this stuff?
All right. Well, over here we didn't really talk about the most important part of a boot fit, but making a custom footbed. You know, fitting the boot around your foot is half of the job, but really what you're standing on is the other half. And if your foot is supported with a footbed that's made as a perfect impression of your foot is going to be supported. It's not going to break down. It's not going to slip and slide around. It's going to be stable. Then the rest of the fit is a lot easier to accomplish if we've stabilized your foot. So this machine right here makes a custom footbed. They're $150, but they last for years and years and years. You can transfer them from one boot to another, and that is a foundation of your boot fit. So when you walk in and say, Gerk, give me your best work, this is my best work. You're going to walk out here with the best possible fit if we start with a footbed. Build a fit around that.
So how many people, like if I'm looking at a boot and I'm going to buy that, how many people actually want the bed versus just the boot?
Well,
like a rough percentage.
Rough percentage, I mean, we obviously suggest them pretty hard. I'd say 70% of the boot sales we do end up with a custom footbed in there. The other 30%, they think they might come back for one later. It's just trying to, save the money, which is fine. But the best fit is definitely accomplished with a
Yeah, I mean, I always think of it as like I think in the intermediate to advanced skiing range, is you want as little pull of your foot away from that boot as possible. Having a nice footbed in there, get your foot in there nice and snug so that you get the responsiveness that you want to your skis.
Well, Tim, I'll correct you on that statement.
What?
Intermediate to expert level skiers.
Yeah.
What about beginner skiers? Do they want to be connected to their skis? Do they want to control their skis?
I figured for them, loose is just fine.
No. I mean, I don't care if you're on your skis for the first day or if you're going into the Olympics tomorrow. You're going to have a better experience if you are connected to your skis. If you can control your skis, you're going to learn faster, perform better, have a better day.
I was confused because so many beginners I see, they don't have their boots buckled, their feet are slopping around in there. I thought they liked it like that. That's no way to be.
A big part of what we do here is educate beginners.
And me.
And you.
And Timmy T.
Timmy, you're a special case. But we like to explain that it doesn't matter. You don't have to be an expert to benefit from quality equipment that actually fits and works and connects you to your skis. If you can control your skis, you're going to have a great day. When you see beginners with stuff that's ill-fitted, we know they're skiing with that because their feet are so loose. The only way to stay connected is to sit back in the back seat. That's no way to live,
Right.
So
that's no way to live.
We don't have to sell you the top-end performance as a beginner skier, but we absolutely want the top-end fit. So we don't overlook that for anybody. We want to educate you, serve you, get you in the best product possible, no matter what level you're on.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all about the fit.